Viewers, on to debate number 2. The noose is tightening around the Gandhis, the accused number 1 and accused number 2 in the National Herald case. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, as far as the Enforcement Directorate are concerned, have some serious and sensational revelations coming out as far as the Rouse Avenue court is concerned. Now, the special counsel for the Enforcement Directorate told the court that the property derived from any criminal activity is a proceed of crime, and has also revealed how Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi and his mother enjoyed a rental income worth 142 crores till November 2023. Now, they have alleged that there was a conspiracy hatched and Young Indian was formed. Later, it controlled 76% in it. There were also some damning submissions that were made by the ED in court. Let's quickly dive into what was stated by the investigating agency. The first claim that has been made is that Sonia and Rahul Gandhi enjoyed 142 crores rent as proceeds of crime. They've also gone on to add that the Congress Member of Parliament and his mother had rental income till November 2023. The claim number 3 is that fraudulent takeover of AGL properties worth over 2,000 crores were made. They've gone on to add that accused number 1 and 2 hatched a conspiracy, formed Young Indian, and that was part of the entire conspiracy. They controlled 76% in Young Indian with a well thought out conspiracy is what has been stated. By paying 50 lakh rupees, Young Indian got AJL shares worth 90.21 crore rupees. But that's not all. Let's also tell you what the Gandhis told the investigating agency during the probe. Top sources are telling Times Now that Rahul and Sonia Gandhi reportedly evaded questions and in fact tried to put the blame on late Motilal Vora, who was the AICC treasurer at that time. Now, as per sources, the Gandhis said that the then treasurer of AICC, Motilal Vora, was responsible for the financial affairs and that the Gandhis had no idea about it. Armed by these claims, the BJP is today calling out the Congress party. And they say this is no longer just a legal issue, but also a moral and ethical issue that directly concerns freedom fighters. The Congress, on the other hand, sees the probe only as a distraction.
तो आखिरकार चोरी जो है पकड़ी गई, किस प्रकार से नेशनल हेरल्ड में हजारों करोड़ का गबन किया गया, जो सार्वजनिक संपत्ति थी उसका बेनिफिशियल इंटरेस्ट ओनरशिप यंग इंडियंस नाम की स्पेशल पर्पस व्हीकल बनाकर अक्यूज नंबर 1 और अक्यूज नंबर 2 के नाम पर किया गया।
अभी राहुल जी ने कुछ सवाल पूछे, कठिन सवाल हैं, सरकार जवाब नहीं दे पा रही तो ईडी सामने आ गई। आने वाले दिनों में, हफ्तों में, महीनों में जब जब राहुल गांधी ऐसे कठिन सवाल पूछेंगे, जवाब देने के लिए ईडी, सीबीआई, इनकम टैक्स यही आएंगे, क्योंकि ये सरकार के फ्रंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैं।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Pradeep Bhandari joins us from debate number 1, but joining us at the moment are Satya Sabharwal, advocate in the National Herald case. We have advocate Kapil Madan, political analyst, joining us. Ashutosh Mishra is a senior journalist. And also we have Sanjeev Kaushik, political analyst, joining us on the show. Let me start with you first. Kapil Madan, the question that many would be asking at this point of time, why is it that Rahul and Sonia Gandhi were being evasive, as the investigation agency seems to suggest, as per sources, when asked about how these 90 crores in terms of shares were bought over? Can they just get away by putting the entire onus on Motilal Vora? Because, you know, either one of them would have been the party president when the decision was taken. Can that onus be taken away from them then? Kapil Madan.
So, Madhav, let me say this with a sense of responsibility. And as a practicing lawyer, I can tell you, and we also have Mrs. Sabharwal, who also practices criminal law. In almost all cases, without any exception, in almost all cases, I have not seen any particular criminal case where any investigating agency has not said that the accused or the person who's facing those criminal proceedings are not evasive. In almost, it's standard, it's typical, it's stereotype that they will always add a para in their status report that the accused was evasive and the accused was not cooperating with the investigation. And that's how they were, they try to, because let me tell you this thing, that's how these kind of agencies operate. They oppose a petition just for the sake of opposing. And that's the reason why you have, honorable courts, constitutional courts, wherein they sometimes pass very, strict kind of observation. And we saw what happened in Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's case also, where the learned trial court came very heavily against the Enforcement Directorate while passing the order granting bail.
All right. Satya Sabharwal, you want to respond? Is that what I asked you? In fact, I don't think this was the question I posed to you. But anyway, I'm going to let Satya Sabharwal respond.
You said that the investigating agency have said that they are evasive. So that was my precise response.
The question
in almost all cases.
What about the role of Mr. Vora, sir? Can they get away by blaming Mr. Vora? Is my question.
So all I would like to tell you, Madhav, here is that the accused has not led their defense. It is not the trial which is happening. What is happening at this point in time
Nobody's saying it's the trial that is happening. We are merely discussing what has happened.
Madhav, allow me. Madhav, if you will not allow me, I'll not be able to make my point. Allow me to complete.
Okay, make your point. Make your point.
What happens at these stages, the court only scrutinize the investigation material collected by the prosecution agency, and the arguments from both the sides happens basis what the investigating
Kapil Madan, you're giving us a long lecture on procedure. Please, I've asked you a simple question. You're not answering it. You're going round and round in circles. Satya Sabharwal, respond. Jab trial hogi, tab hum jawab denge. Is that an acceptable explanation according to Satya Sabharwal? Sir, I've given you enough time now. Please listen to the other side. Satya Sabharwal.
As a gospel truth. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Sir, this is a case where everything is documented. 2 dates. I was there in court. 2 dates. They're just asking adjournments, discussing and want to study the documents. Everything is documented. This is the standard reply of the accused persons saying that ED is working like that. No one is here able to answer on merit. You answer me one simple question. What business is young Indian doing apart from giving benefits to Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi? Fraud is a fraud, sir. For fraud and justice cannot dwell together. Where is that 50 lakh coming to young Indian to take that loan from Dotex, Calcutta-based company, known for sham entry, sir? And there's a huge income tax assessment order on that. This is a very general reply. Now they will say Section 8 company, Section 8 company. We all know how NGOs work and how money is laundered and how bills are paid. So I will not accept that. I agree there's a prosecution complaint that documents involved. It's a big conspiracy which the Gandhi family have done. It is very easy for them to now say the entire thing is done by Mr. Vora. Surely he was involved. But here they equally are beneficiaries to that. 76% of young Indian is owned by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. They have no answer to that. Where is the proceeds of crime being utilized? Till November 23, they've been using rents. In my complaint as well, I had written per month they were receiving 60 lakh rupees, and that too in 2013-14. Now even further. That is the proceed of crime, sir.
Okay, these are proceeds of crime. Ashutosh Mishra, I want you to come in on this. These are proceeds of crime. And of course, according to some of the details that have been given, the rent received by AJL since taking over its control by Young Indian is over 142.67 crores. That's a significant sum.
You have to understand, first of all, that many of the questions being raised here have already been answered by Kapil Sibal in the court. And what we are hearing is just a repetition of those charges. And you have to understand that the malafide intent of Modi government was very evident right from 2015, when the ED director Katoch, who had said that Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi had nothing to do in this case and they should not be prosecuted, was immediately transferred and replaced by a person whose only aim thereafter was to get them. And till 2019, when the PML, I think it was 2019, when PMLA Act came, till then Subramaniam Swamy was also just trying to get dates and pushing it further and further. It's when PMLA came that ED got active. And why? Because in PMLA, the proof is, the evidence has to be provided by the accused that he or she is not guilty. Instead of the government having to prove that the people they are accusing are guilty. And that's what exactly it is. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a political game where Narendra Modi, who has been cornered by Rahul Gandhi politically, we had seen in the last Lok Sabha, how they had to bank on a court in Gujarat to get Rahul Gandhi disqualified and had them removed from Lok Sabha. It's the same game. Now he's Narendra Modi.
Okay, Pradeep Bhandari, quick response. It's a political game. Rahul Gandhi has cornered the Prime Minister and therefore this is being done. This is political vendetta, says Ashutosh.
Well, unfortunately, Madhav, my political opponents do not have any argument on merit. I will look at the merit of the case. This case represents the blueprint model of corruption of Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi. He was speaking about certain dates. Please note, 7 December 2015, they went to the court asking for a stay. The court rejected it. On 8th August 2018, they went to Delhi High Court for an interim relief. Delhi High Court rejected it. On September 10, 2018, they again went to Delhi High Court. Delhi High Court rejected it. On 21st December 2018, they went towards the court rejected it. Not even once when they went to the court stayed the proceedings, called it malified. In fact, the court went ahead and said that even IT proceedings against the Gandhi Vadra family should proceed. Here, prima facie, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi are involved with 140 crore rupees of corruption and money laundering worth 2,000 crore. Madhav, I ask you a very simple question. How can two gentlemen here, two individuals, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, who have no past history of business transactions, take ownership of 2,000 crore worth of property which belonged to our freedom fighters for mere 50 lakh? This does not happen anywhere in the country. Even individuals with business transactions cannot get 2,000 crore worth of property acquisition for mere 50 lakh. This is why in the court the ED has used the word continuous money laundering. Like Lalu Prasad Yadav had a model of Chara Ghotala and he was eventually convicted in the court. Mark my words, the case is so strong. Sooner rather than later, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi will be convicted by the court. This is why till now only they have played victim card. They have not been able to establish a single case on merit and argument, even on this panel. And my dear friend Kapil, Arvind Kejriwal is not acquitted. The case is still going on. So relax. He will also be charged and booked and convicted. Okay, before you go across to Kapil, I want Sanjeev Kaushik to come in and answer those questions. Forget the fact, I mean, if you look at the fact that whether it's Rahul and Sonia Gandhi who have control over 2,000 crores of assets, one question, Sanjeev Kaushik, nobody is able to explain. How is it that and how can it be justified with the transfer of 90.21 crore rupees worth of recoverable debt happens from AICC to Young Indian for just 50 lakh rupees? बिकॉज यहाँ पे ईडी कह रही है कि सोनिया गांधी के पूरे नॉलेज और पार्टिसिपेशन के साथ किया गया था.
देखिए माधव भाई, बहुत सिंपल सी बात है और बहुत सिंपल भाषा में मैं बता रहा हूँ. 1938 में एक अखबार शुरू की जाती है जो 2008 तक आते आते वित्तीय घाटे की वजह से वो बंद होने के कगार पे है. कांग्रेस पार्टी उसके लिए अपनी प्रतिष्ठा का सवाल बना करके उसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट करती है और कांग्रेस पार्टी तकरीबन 90 करोड़ के आसपास पे वो 100 किस्तों में उसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट करती है. अब चूंकि वो कंपनी पैसे को वापस करने के कंडीशन में नहीं होती है तो एक दूसरा रास्ता निकाला जाता है. अब ईडी का इस्तेमाल कैसे भारतीय जनता पार्टी करती है. और दूसरी बात की आज की सुनवाई में आप भी जानते हैं कि किस तरह सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी ने जो आर्गुमेंट दिया और ईडी से जो कोर्ट ने सवाल पूछा कि एजीएल क्या वही कंपनी है जो इसमें हिस्सा भी रखती है. तो आने वाले दिनों में इन सारे सवालों का जवाब मिलेगा. लेकिन ये बात तो तय है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ईडी का इस्तेमाल किस तरह से विपक्षी पार्टियों के लिए करती है. पिछले 10 सालों में ईडी का कन्विक्शन रेट, ईडी की कार्रवाई, ईडी की एफआईआर दर्ज, वो सारी बताती है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी उसका इस्तेमाल विपक्षी पार्टियों को प्रताड़ित करने के लिए. सच बात यह है कि विपक्षी पार्टियों पर जितनी भी कार्रवाई हुई ईडी की उसमें 0.46% उसका कन्विक्शन रेट है. अब ये बाजीगरी क्या करते हैं, ये सदन में जाएंगे तो बोलेंगे कि ओवरऑल जितने भी कार्रवाई हुई 6000 के आसपास में उसमें कन्विक्शन रेट 95%. लेकिन हम ये कह रहे हैं कि विपक्षी पार्टियों को प्रताड़ित करने, विपक्षी पार्टियों की
संजीव जी, ये तो this is the argument. I mean, I'm not going to pull any punches. He can respond to that. But before one second, Pradeep, just before I come to you, आप कह रहे हैं ये पूरी तरह से कंपनी घाटे में. 142 crores are this the rent received by AJL. ये घाटे में कंपनी 142 crores बना रही है रेंट में और आप कह रहे कंपनी घाटे में है. ये कैसा आंकड़ा है?
मैंने कहा कि मैंने कहा कि राहुल गांधी या सोनिया गांधी का रिकॉर्ड तो इतना बेहतर जरूर है कि निश्चित तौर पे जब कभी भी ईडी बुलाया, सीबीआई बुलाया या देश की कोई भी संस्था बुलाए तो डंके की चोट पे
रिकॉर्ड में सवाल पूछ ही नहीं रहा
अपनी बात
आपसे।
रखी है।
आपने कहा कंपनी घाटे में, सर 142 करोड़ अगर कंपनी बना रही है रेंट में, तो ये घाटे में कैसे है कंपनी, ये समझा दीजिए मेरे को।
मैंने कहा कि भारतीय जनता, माधव भाई, मैंने कहा कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का एकमात्र उद्देश्य यही है कि विपक्षी पार्टियों की छवि कैसे खराब हुई। आज के डेट में यदि इस तरह की बात चल रही है, सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी यदि इस बीच में आते हैं और इस तरह के कार्रवाई
आपसे 2 बार मैं सवाल पूछ चुका संजीव जी, आप जवाब नहीं दे पाए। मैं पॉलिटिक्स से सर सिंपल पॉइंट इज अकाउंटेबिलिटी टू द पीपल। अगर आप इलेक्टेड लीडर है, यू हैव टू बी अकाउंटेबल। और आई एम सीइंग आशुतोष इज हैंड गोइंग अप। आशुतोष, यू वांट टू टेक दैट क्वेश्चन? 142 crores earned in rent, and yet you say that this is a loss-making company.
So I will give you a comparative example. Narendra Modi has converted government's debt in Vodafone Idea into equity because Vodafone says that otherwise it will collapse. Is that money laundering? Is it cheating? Is that the company is not financially well off to survive? And as far as you say rents and all, the National Herald also has expenses which we don't know about right now.
So, is the law the same for a private limited company and for companies such as National Herald and political parties? Are there no laws that govern these particular parties that are different? Are you actually comparing the two? Ashutosh Mishra, because that is a bit of a disservice. Restructuring a private company is quite different from how companies such as National Herald, who have received, land on certain conditions, the All India Congress Committee and other political parties, which have certain conditions under which they are to be governed. We surely can't compare the two, Ashutosh.
No, I agree with you, and this has been answered by the lawyer that it is not Congress which is receiving any money, or Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi who are receiving this money. It's going to a company which is there to revive National Herald. Let us be clear.
Who's the director of the company?
Idea is the best example on how.
Who are the directors of the company?
Ramlila, and with anyone else does it, it's character dealer.
Is the company functional, sir? And who are the directors?
We will keep going round and round and round on this. The fact here
so
remains.
These are facts. You may ask me. All right, Pradeep, let Pradeep come in. Let Pradeep come in. I am just putting the facts on the table. These are the facts, as the ED says. If you have a response, you are welcome to give it. But yes, Pradeep, this is nothing but vendetta. This is all legally perfectly permissible, says Ashutosh. And that's also the allegation of Sanjeev Kaushik, that this is nothing but vendetta.
Well, Madhav, they're speaking about Chavi. Rahul Gandhi has gone to the court of public opinion multiple times and he's been rejected. So people have shown who's honest and who's corrupt in the court of public opinion. Now we are talking in the legal court. Can you tell me, Madhav, I'll again come down because they are beating around the bush. Young India is Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, 76% equity. Which company in this entire country with no past history of business transaction has usurped property of 2,000 crore, which initially before independence belonged to the freedom fighters for a meager money of 50 lakh? What is Sonia Gandhi? Is she a big businessman? Is Rahul Gandhi a big businessman? Comparing with Vodafone is actually comparing apples and oranges. And again, I will reiterate, Ashutosh, can you please tell us that even a Section 8 company cannot take loan worth 50 lakh and usurp property worth 2,000 crore? This is exactly where Congress party was made guarantor. This is why Madhav today, Enforcement Directorate even said that they are examining where the entire Congress party can be booked, because Congress party in this case was used as vehicle of corruption as a guarantor. So it's just not Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, they were masterminds of it, but the Congress party was acting as the guarantee of corruption and usurping the entire property which belonged to freedom fighters without asking the shareholders. This is another illegality which is committed.
Okay. Kapil,
and can you please tell me which is the when did you last see a National Herald being printed and circulated across the country?
Kapil Madan, your response.
So let me just say this. This happens when you come and use, WhatsApp logic and, make statements which are factually and legally untrue. Let me just tell my good friend Pradeep, he is otherwise very, very eloquent and well-read, but today I think he has failed miserably. Hold on, Mr. Bhattari, please hold on. When these shares were transferred, an EGM happened And in that EGM, the requisite shareholders gave their approval for
they did
transfer.
not. Mr. Kaju
And so
went
there,
publicly
no,
and
please,
said it did not happen.
Mr. Bhandari, please hold on.
No, you
let me,
passed the
no, hold on,
conclusive
Mr.
statement
Bhandari,
on
please
my
hold
logic,
on.
Kapil.
Okay, let him make his point. Let him make his point. Let him make his point. Let him at least argue. Okay, make your point, Kapil, quickly.
यहाँ पे कंप्लेनेंट शेयर होल्डर्स नहीं है, सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी शेयर होल्डर नहीं है, जो बोल रहे हैं कि ये जो ट्रांसफर हो गया ये शेयर होल्डर का अप्रूवल नहीं था या वो इलीगल ट्रांसफर हो गया. Shareholder अगर कोई
one small correction there. Kapil, I'm sorry I'm intervening again, but Shanti Bhushan has said this on record that his father was a freedom fighter. So let's not put out this argument that the official complainant may be somebody else, but there are those who are the legatees of those freedom fighters who have raised objection in the public domain. That's on record, Kapil.
कंपनी लॉ के अंदर पिटीशन फाइल करेगा ना. Mr. Swami is not the shareholder. Let's understand that.
Who is Shanti Bhushan? Who is Shanti Bhushan?
So, Mr. Swami is not the shareholder.
We know that, but who is Shanti Bhushan then?
So, yes, allow me to give you an answer. For a transfer, you need a specified, percentage of an approval. And if the specified number of people give consent for such an approval, then the transfer can happen. There could be some one or two shareholders who might not agree.
All right. I'm going to have to interrupt this debate because there's some breaking news coming in. Pradeep, Satya, as well as...
He's lying. He's blatantly lying. The private complaint was filed when the UPA was in power.
Okay. Pradeep Bhandari, Satya Sabharwal, Advocate Kapil Madan, Ashutosh Mishra, Sanjeev Kaushik. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us because there's some big breaking news coming in. As we wrap up tonight's edition of the NewsHour Agenda, we want to leave you with these pictures of what's transpired in the national capital region over the last few hours, with Delhi hit with intense dust storm followed by thunderclaps, hail and rain. Power disruptions have been witnessed in areas across the capital such as parts of Bhavana, Narela, Jahangirpuri, civil lines, Shaktinagar, Model Town, Wazirabad, Dheerpur, Buradi. Power lines have also been damaged by the falling of trees and branches onto them. Delhi metro services have also been briefly affected but have now been restored. We urge all our viewers to stay at home and stay safe as Delhi NCR limps back to normalcy after the fresh spell of rains. Thank you so much for joining us.